Hey there, Tundra Nation. Welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we are going to be airing out some dirty laundry by telling you the 5 things that Brandon Herrera does not want you to know. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and let's start the show. So I figured we'd give you guys all a break this week from our gluttonous consumption of all that is good and holy in your life, and turn our sights onto arguably the biggest rising star in the Guntube world today. But before we do that, we think it'd be good for your health if you made sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I'm not saying one way or the other, but those guys from the National Guard that had to live in that parking garage with just one bathroom, those dudes weren't sub to us. So for the sake of your ability to comfortably take a leak from this point forward in your life, you should probably just do what we say. Also, make sure to check out the new channel over on twitch.tv/Tundra Gaming Live. We stream 6 days a week, and if you're craving more Tundra, that's the place to go to find more content like this.
Sometimes I wish I was flexible enough to braid my butthole hairs with my tongue.
Guys, this is Tarkov Prime.
Listen, this is I mean, look to your left, Tyler. This is peak Tarkov operator performance.
Oh yeah. I see him. I got him. He's blind as
I'm coming in. Can someone just double check that I killed him?
No! He's dead now, though. He blacked both my legs. Where? What? I got him. If you're a fan of Brandon at all, then you know his alcohol of choice is White Claw. He seems to drink it or shoot it at every chance that he gets in his videos, and he never misses an opportunity to promote it.
There you go. You learned something. This is an educational channel. That's what we strive for.
And with all that shameless promotion, you think that he'd be the ultimate White Claw fan, right?
Wrong.
You see, I first became suspicious of Brandon's love of White Claw after hanging out with him at the Big Daddy Unlimited Epic Shoot, where I challenged him to a drink-off between one of my fans and him. Then he answered with this.
Oh?
One of my guys, his name's Mose, or he goes by Mose in our Discord. One of my guys thinks that he can out-White Claw you.
Probably.
Yeah, you think so? Probably? What kind of weak-ass answer is that from the supposed gun industry's prophet of the claw? This response bothered me, and it left me with more than a few sleepless nights. I was resolved to get to the bottom of the matter, so I decided to ply Brandon's good buddy DeLance with wine, women, and song, or more specifically, wine laced with enough sodium pentothal to down a horse, a cardboard cutout of Playboy's Miss December 1997, and then I tied him to a chair and blasted him with Britney Spears until he broke down and told me all that he knew. The results were shocking. It turns out that Brandon doesn't like the taste of White Claw at all. Son of a bitch! According to DeLance, Brandon bought a variety pack once, decided to drink it on air to appease all the little memesters that worship him, only to tell him after that it tastes like a barely carbonated water with alcohol and a little fruit flavoring?
That's disgusting.
He planned to quit drinking it entirely and switch back to his usual Diet Monster and vodka when the response from his viewers came in. It was electric. Turns out many of you beardless, chinless little whippersnappers out there have embraced the utterly inoffensive tasting nature of White Claw rather than something more manly like beer or whiskey.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And showered Brandon with likes and views for what you all assumed was his validation of your tasteless choice of beverage. Not one to look at a sudden surge of popularity in the wrong way, and trust me, I wouldn't either, Brandon reluctantly decided that he'd play along with the crowd. There were just 2 problems with that idea. One was the cost. Spending $16.99 to drink something he hates on air was way too much, even for him.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
And 2, availability. White Claw was pretty hard to find due to its popularity, even in Deliverance County, North Carolina. And especially more so with the COOF quarantine in effect. So how did he solve this dilemma, you might ask? That's right, you guessed it. He just switched it with LaCroix. At $4.99 a pack, and with much greater availability due to the fact that only hipsters drink it, and hipsters quite frankly get hunted down in that part of the country unless they live in the safety of Asheville.
America!
LaCroix was the perfect answer to his conundrum. Simply get an empty can of White Claw, fill it with LaCroix, and voila! A White Claw he can sip and praise in front of the camera, and no one is the wiser. Need to open a fresh can in front of the camera? He's got the buddies that have the mechanical expertise to repackage those LaCroix into White Claw containers. You may ask what happens to all of those cases of White Claw that his fans send him through a misguided attempt to win AK Jesus's love and favor. Well, he uses them when it's time to hit the range and get a little payback for each and every time he has to fake a love for a drink that he secretly, or maybe not so secretly anymore, despises. It's the perfect crime.
Party on, Garth.
Revelations about White Claw weren't the only thing a drugged and musically tortured DeLance told us about. Sorry about that, buddy. I really am. I hope we're still cool. Apparently, Brandon has a secret new project he's been working on for some time now, and in a few months he's going to be debuting to his most rabid and degenerate fans, the AK Guy OnlyFans page. Brandon has noticed the many sick and disgusting fanfics and DeviantArt pictures that you perverts put out there about him, and has apparently decided to cash out his morality, or at least what's left of it, and mortgage all of his dignity to capitalize on your fetish-fueled debauchery.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
He's followed the explosion of OnlyFans and the stupid amount of money that some of its members make. Apparently, he once told DeLance that, hold on, if Bella Delphine can do it, then so can I, and she's not even half as pretty as I am? Well said, Brandon, and I heartily agree. Whether it's an additional means of raking in that sweet, sweet cheddar, or as a backup career in case the whole AK business goes belly up, I don't know, but what I do know is that he seems intent on making some pretty impressive content. According to emails from DeLance's computer that I totally didn't take during the bridge of Oops, I Did It Again, feelers have been put out into the adult modeling world for a Swedish male who feels comfortable wearing flannel shirts, who's also interested in unique modeling opportunities all across America, and has a deep enough voice to pass for more than a 14-year-old kid jacked up on Ritalin. Additional ads for models resembling Jesus of Nazareth were also sent out, interestingly enough.
I am the way and the light, except occasionally the light is muzzle flash.
Solo content appears to include shoots with large tubs of Cosmoline, AKs in very interesting positions, and much, much more. If the channel proves successful enough, there are plans to sell merchandise, including sweaty AK Guy t-shirts worn by the man himself, AK Guy scented gun lube and cleaner, and AK brand Cosmoline at inflated prices. There's also a hot rumor floating around the darkest depths of the Guntube world that at the top tier, you will get one each strand of hair from both his head and pubes. Please no more! I wish Brandon well on his modeling career, and I hope that the various negotiations and other hurdles that he has to navigate aren't impacted so much by my little expose. Keep up the good work, buddy. With all the revelations revealed by DeLance in his state, I knew that there had to be something more interesting about Brandon that the whole world would want to know about. Being the uncaring, amoral, attention-seeking douchebag that I am, I immediately hired a professional stalker to learn more about our paragon of memes and commie gats.
Why are you the way that you are?
At least it said professional on the Craigslist ad. What Mikhail Ivanovich found while rummaging through Brandon's chest of drawers turned out to be very, very interesting indeed. It was filled with nothing but women's underwear. What? Who'd have thunk? You know, honestly, it's actually not that surprising now that I think about it. Now, most people would brush it off due to the fact that, let's be honest, Brandon does seem to get all the ladies, but as we will reveal later on, this is no longer the case, and subsequent investigations revealed that they are in fact his. Apparently, wearing women's underwear leaves him feeling, confident and sexy. And apparently that is the source of all of his confidence and charisma that he exudes in person and on camera. His journal notes that for the day-to-day, he wears a regular bikini brief, but for special occasions where he needs the extra confidence, he prefers something frilly And for the most important shoots and big industry events, he prefers stuff that I quite frankly cannot show on YouTube. Multiple annotated Victoria's Secret catalogs obtained from his house support these facts, and no, I will not show them to you. They're part of my private collection now. Perhaps the most disturbing news that our private investigator managed to uncover is that, unbeknownst to the AK community, Brandon is involved in a sordid affair with another gun. Many of you have seen Brandon's video where he was given an AR, and some of you may have even noticed that it has since been hung in a suspiciously prominent place on the gun wall during his videos. But the truth about this relationship with that gun is much, much darker. Despite the multitude of videos and comments made disparaging the AR in favor of the AK, I mean, hell, the guy has a whole series about AR guys versus AK guys, emails and private journal entries reveal a growing fondness for his AR that has since blossomed into a passionate love affair. Knowing that his forbidden love would never be understood by the AK community at large, Brandon has taken steps to conceal it. But it hasn't gone unnoticed, as his employees have started to question the several large orders of 5.56 and 223 ammo taking precedence over or even replacing the previous 5.45 and 7.62x39 shipments. They also have apparently noticed that he spends an inordinate amount of time with his AR at the range, and photos that were obtained by our private investigator prove this. Secret love letters and poems written to his rifle have also been obtained and will remain anonymous for future use. All I can really say regarding this startling information is that we here at Tundra Tactical pray that Brandon realizes what he is doing is wrong, and that he returns to the light by giving up his love affair with the AR and going back to his dutiful and faithful AKs. And finally, the news that will hit most of you the hardest. I am sorry. For all of the betrayals that I've revealed in this episode, the private hatred of White Claw, the sad love affair with an AR, the woman's underwear thing for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure that you guys are still holding on to the hope that AK Jesus will notice your fanboy and girlish devotion and return it in equal measure. It would be the culmination and ultimate fulfillment of all your fantasies and fanfics. Your imagination projects you into a long day spent sitting outside as the sun goes slowly down, sipping on real big boy alcoholic beverages and gazing into each other's eyes after a busy day of shooting guns together. Well, that ain't happening. Truth is, AK Jesus is already in a loving and committed relationship, and contrary to the popular rumor of a grand thumb body pillow, it is in fact with an actual human being.
No, 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 hell no, 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 I refuse, no, no.
And he has no intention of ending it anytime soon. Most certainly not for a sweaty, neck-bearded, Cheeto-fingered loser like you. And yes, that applies to our fangirls out there as well. You know, equal opportunity and all. He enjoys your futile attempts to court senpai just as much as we do. Don't believe us? Here's a picture of his partner we got off of Instagram. Or at least that's who we think his partner is. Kind of looks like the guy who plays Mr. Chow in the Hangover movies. Wait a second, that can't be right. Regardless, the whole point of the thing here is he's not on the market anymore and none of you can have him. Make sure to tell us down below in the comments section who you would like our investigator to dig up totally not made up dirt on next. And don't forget to hang out with us next week when we still don't know what the f we're doing.